Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So today what I want to do is take apart this large subwoofer. Found it on garbage day. It was heavily beaten up, unfortunately. But the nice thing about these is if they do work, you could sell them online. I see them all the time, online sources, so you definitely want to make sure to check if it works first before you scrap it. This one, being that it is heavily damaged and doesn't work, I am going to take it apart. And they are loaded with great scrappable materials. There is a beautiful copper donut, as I call it, in there that has number 2 copper. There's a really nice aluminum heat sink on that, as well as other items. So what I want to do today is not only show you how to identify the materials, but more importantly, how to separate them properly, maximize your profit, and divert as much of this away from the landfill as possible. So here we go. The first thing I do want to mention is this unit is very heavy. This actually weighs 32 pounds as is, and I could bring this into a scrapyard as is and get e-waste price, which is about 5 to 6 cents a pound, which is a great price. But as I said, there is a wonderful copper donut inside of that is number 2 copper and other good items. So definitely going to make more money separating it. Unfortunately, when I came across this, there was the front removed, but I did already pry this off for the sake of time. And as you can see, putting a magnet to this piece, this is magnetic, so this is going to go into my tin pile. Again, some of the items like the speakers, if they are in good workable condition, you can sell them online. Unfortunately, this one has a lot of dents in it. Seems that someone might have been pounding on it with a hammer or maybe dropped it, I don't know. But whatever the story, it was in the garbage, so I'm gonna take it apart. Just gonna remove the last couple screws that come on here. I have also seen people actually use these as magnet fishing. I have tried it. It does have a nice magnet on the back. This is very heavy as is. I can just feel it right here. Very nice, strong magnet. You can see right there. I haven't actually used a magnet or a speaker this large to do magnet fishing. I've used a smaller one, but I may try actually giving this one a go because this is a really nice, strong magnet. There is right here, just gonna open this, cut it open, use a knife, poke it, because like I said, I can't sell this speaker, but there is some little bit of copper in here. Once I open this, there you go. You can see a little bit of copper wire there. This copper wire is going to be number 2 copper, and currently number 2 copper wire is going for $4.45 a pound. There's not a pound here for sure, but I'm definitely going to store it in a bag. It all adds up. There is, I've already cut the wire, but there's a brass prong. I put the brass into my brass bin. Brass right now is going for $3.58 a pound. But again, really nice speaker here, heavy speaker. I can also now throw this into my electronic as is, but I am going to try this actually magnet fishing. This is a very powerful and heavy magnet, so we'll see. Hopefully tune in, upcoming video. Inside here is very simple. There is a lot of glue, but there is a lot of wire, and I'm just going to start actually cutting some of the wire right now. I might do a little smashy to open this box, but gonna start. Here is some wire that I have to get to. I'm looking in there. It is very, very glued down, but here is some nice wire. This wire is going to be, if I look inside of it, it is copper, which is good to see. If I was to cut this open and it reveals metallic look inside, it would mean that this is aluminum wire. And if this was aluminum wire, this would go into low-grade wire, which is about 90 cents a pound. This, because this is copper, this is going to go into 60% appliance wire. The rule is when scrapyards look at your appliance wire, any plug wire, any wire like this, the rule is depending on copper to plastic ratio and copper recovery, because these are single-stranded and one coating of plastic, these are higher value, more copper recovery. And these currently right now in London, Ontario are going for $2.73 a pound, which is great. The other wire that I'm going to look at, if I turn this around, this really has a beautiful aluminum heat sink. And I have removed the bolts here, but I am going to quickly right now look at the appliance wire that plugs into the wall. This wire, taking it up to the camera, I'm going to look at the strand here. Inside of it, you can see there are 2 coated strands of wire, but it also has an outer coating of plastic. Because this is 2 layers of plastic, there is more plastic, less copper recovery, and this is going to go into what we call 40% appliance wire. And currently right now in London, Ontario, this is going for $1.58 a pound. So you definitely want to make sure you separate them, but that is the rule. Double coating of plastic, like vacuum cleaners, dehumidifiers, those things, they have an outer coating, so they would be your 40% appliance wire. So you definitely want to make sure you separate it, but it's still a great cord. Some people leave the brass prongs like that on for the weight. I do pull these off and put them into my brass, and I have just been saving them up. The heat sink here, this right here is a beautiful heat sink. Just going to quickly show you, it is non-magnetic, and I do have a lot of videos on aluminum heat sinks. This is actually a great form of aluminum called extrusion. Extrusion is right now going for $1.57 a pound, I believe, a little bit less, a little bit more, $1.57 it was last week. But this is definitely, aluminum heat sinks are an excellent source of extrusion. This I cannot throw into my clean extrusion because it is black, it has been painted. This is going to be separate from your metallic color like this. So there is some metallic, look at the beautiful copper ingot that I have to get out later, but this is another heat sink that comes off of another appliance, this is from a computer tower, but the metallic color, this is clean extrusion. This is painted extrusion. You do want to make sure you separate it, and it's only about 3 cents less than the clean. And this is heavy. This is going to be at least 1.25 pounds, which is great. I do have to remove, there are some screws that I have to remove to get that off. As well, this back panel does have, this is going to be a piece of, if I put a magnet to it, this is going to be tin, the casing. So I definitely need to make sure I separate it. You can also see right here, there is a connector that has gold pins in it that I want to make sure I take out. On the back here is some more wire. I have another small aluminum heat sink right here on that side and one on this side. And once I remove all the screws, the rest of this circuit board I'm going to throw into e-waste and get 5 cents a pound to 8 cents. This is a low-grade board. There's no real precious metals on here. You do want to check, depending on where you are, some scrap yards will put circuit boards, grade them in low-grade, medium, high-grade. High-grade being the highest value with more precious metals. My scrapyard, unfortunately, does not have 3 grades. They just put it all together. So I'm going to get 5 to 7 cents a pound. I have seen some people comment on my channel saying that they get about 20 cents a pound. So depends on where you go. Do a little research, but circuit board here. And I do have to make sure I take off this wire. This wire is going to go into my 60% as well. There's a lot of it. If it has, like this one, there's my coating, that is going to have to be separated and put into my 40%. So you do want to check, you do want to separate it, but an excellent aluminum heat sink there. Inside, I'm just going to turn this. I don't want to hit this too badly, but the mother load that I'm getting to right now, once I start peeling out the rest of my wire, there's some more wire, but there is a really nice copper donut that I've referred to. I have to pull it out. It is connected in there, so bolted in. So just going to turn that, get it out of there, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Pull it on there, sorry. There we go, make sure I get it. It's just hard to get in there. Here, I'll try my smaller pliers, just a second. Put my fingers in there. No, hard to get in there, but that's okay, because It's stubborn and so am I. There, we're gonna try to reach in the back way. No, I'm not. Not gonna do it. And I don't want to, for the sake of this video, you know, break this thing open. Less cleanup. But it's coming. There we go. Just getting a handle on it. There we go. Thank goodness. So it was glued in there a little bit, of course. But here is a really nice bolt. I'm going to use this again. It had the nut with it too. This is going to be a piece of tin. But as you can see, once I get in there, because now I got to get the bottom of it unglued. Just going to use a hammer. There we go. Look at that beautiful ring of copper. So just gonna quickly right now look inside. There is a little bit of wire remaining that I will get to, but the rest of this I'm actually just going to throw into, once I remove this plastic piece here, throw into, unfortunately, my landfill. I have seen some people, there we go, pull off the rest of that. Unfortunately, I can't use it again. Look at that. Someone did take it with a hammer, as you can see, or some type of blunt object. But unfortunately, this is garbage. This copper donut, as I call them, just going to open it up very quickly, take off some of the tape to open it to show you. This copper is, as we call in the scrapyard world, copper is your scrapper's gold. And this is going to be number 2 copper that you see here. I probably am not going to be able to, for the sake of time, weigh it yet, but I am definitely going to post the final tally amount on here for sure to show you how much copper. It just goes round and round, and I believe if I put a magnet to this, which I'm going to do, the center is going to be, as you can see, magnetic. And that's because inside of that, the copper is round around some type of magnetic, I call it magnetic donut, but you will find smaller ones like this on all your electronics. Circuit boards like microwaves do have smaller versions of them, all your e-waste. But again, this is a really nice copper donut that I am going to have to work at just to get the tape off and all the other debris. Just going to pop this up. I think if I pop this up, as I said, somebody went glue crazy on this, but that's okay. It's worth the work given the nice price of copper. Right now, I'm just going to actually see if I can hit the middle of this with a hammer. See if I can punch it out. There we go. So look at the thickness of that. That's plastic. But now that I have my donut open, just going to open it a little bit further and show you how nice this wire is. Now, someone may ask, why would it be classified as number 2 wire? There is a couple reasons, but the big reason is thickness of wire. Any type of wire that is less than 16 gauge, which is the thickness of the lead of a pencil, is going to be number 2. As well, this wire does have a coating on it. It has glue. So any type of wire too, if it is 16 gauge and has some type of coating or glue on it, it will also be number 2. But again, some really nice number 2 copper here that I am going to work at, and I will post online how much I have from this. But again, subwoofers, an excellent item. You have beautiful number 2 copper. I have a really nice heat sink here that's going to be extrusion, painted extrusion. I have a really nice 40% power cord, some really nice 60% appliance wire, some tin, a beautiful heavy speaker that I'm going to try magnet fishing with, and a little bit more from this faceplate. But again, hopefully this answered that question. Number one rule I have before scrapping things, check to see if it works. I'm going to make a lot more money if this was intact and worked. I could sell it online. But again, unfortunately, somebody took out their frustration on it. It is garbage, a little bit of waste, but being able to divert as much of this away from the landfill, I'm happy with that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Tin Man out.